Now, Democrats, when we told y'all that we wanted y'all to fight harder, to be outspoken, and to be fearless in the face of fascism, we weren't talking about attacking your fellow Democrats, or actually, let me say more accurately, the actual Democrats that are fearless and ready to go in with the fight, and it's kicking you long-term incumbent asses out to Congress since, you delivered the massive failure you did in 2024. We didn't mean for you to attack them. We want you to go after the ones that are actually hurting people, not the Democratic, what you call them, Democratic socialists, who are running on platforms to help who? The people. You're doing exactly what it does. You're throwing out tropes and dog whistles, keywords that triggers a Pavlov reaction to the people you're targeting. You're trying to get people afraid of words that you don't like democratic socialists. And you want people to be turned off from candidates that actually want to instill a change in this system, in this current structure that we have. And that is what I think you're ultimately afraid of, because the current system you like playing in gives you a lot, of fame, a lot of money, a lot of insider information. You get to sit at 10,000 and a plate, fundraisers, and hobnob with stars, and you don't want to give that up. And you feel you're entitled to it. And that is exactly why you don't like candidates like this.
Fundamental change can and will happen if we fight for it. If we organize and show no fear in standing up for what's right. That is the message that Denver has sent to both parties, to Donald Trump, and to the entire country.
Denver voters sent a very clear message across the city, across the state, across this country, that they are ready for fighters that are actually going to get money out of our politics, pass things like Medicare for all, and finally put an end to the genocidal wars abroad.
I don't necessarily know what's democratically socialist about her message and right there. She's speaking to what the people want. And the people are looking for representatives that are speaking for them, not necessarily coming up with socialistic ideas. It just happens that this individual is a democratic socialist. Now you have James Carville and other democratic strategists claiming that a lot of these candidates, especially that sister that won last week, that they're not part of the Democrats, and that they shouldn't sit them in the caucus, that they shouldn't allow them to caucus with the Democrats when they win the majority in the House. And I'm really confused at that suggestion, because then my question is, do you want majority or not? Because it's the arrogance, it's that arrogance of Democrats that think that they are just going to hold on to the power as Democrats. That is the problem. That is what I'm trying to get a lot of you to recognize, that while we have another party to choose, they're not necessarily opposition to the current party. Now, there are those that says that there's no comparison between a racist fascist regime that the like to support, but against that of the Democrats and what they want to support. But what I would say to them is that the Democrats don't necessarily represent an opposite of the Republican Party. They represent a different version of the current system that just makes it look fascist-like. Because I'm really confused, Democrats. I mean, what is, other than some of their extreme, tweets or online social media activity, which every last one of us, if it's really sought after, would probably have to answer for something stupid we've said online. But what is it about these candidates that you don't particularly like? Is it the fact that they really want to deliver Medicare for all? Is it that you don't want to break up these monopolies and enforce antitrust laws? Is it that you don't want to actually call a convention of states and try to get some amendments passed that's going to help the people, like the right to health care, the right to clean air and clean water? Is it that you don't believe in health care for women, and that privacy shouldn't be the grounding for providing health care for women, but the fact that prosperity for the human body requires health care, and our gender shouldn't determine who should get medical care? I'm just confused at what these candidates are saying that has y'all so pissed off and so spooked and so ready to go after them. And the way y'all go after these Democratic candidates that's challenging you, self-entitled long-term incumbents who are mad you're losing your seat, how about y'all take that same energy and go after these people who are actually taking our rights away, or giving the electorate the information they need about these corrupted, disgusting psychopathic that are representing us, using their sound bites, because they're emboldened now. They don't care. They're giving y'all plenty of fucking material to run on. So why is it that y'all going after the fellow Democrat? Is it because they threaten you too? Carville said something along the lines of, "We don't want you in our party. And go off and do your own party. Go make your own party." And I'm gonna say something to you Democrats with that same sentiment. You better be careful what you wish for, because he has officially unalive themselves. Now, my question is, how are the Democrats going to fall in this two-party system that is crumbling? We are one.